I'm not eating no sides.
Y'all got lucky. I'm gonna have to turn that around on you.
Mashed potatoes, then. Yeah, say this one.
Oh, you got that one turned around on them?
Hold on, put it up.
Yeah.
Can't see him. They're gonna have to move in a spot.
No, I got it. We're gonna use this third one. Okay. What up, y'all? We're live here on a Saturday at the Wheelhouse with the one and only Mr. L Poe. What's going on, sir?
What's going on?
Good to see you. Those who don't know, L Poe is a fellow Jacksonian. I guess that's what you call people from Jackson. Fellow artist. Done a lot of. Well, technically, we haven't really done anything together, but we've crossed paths numerous times. We know of everybody in the game that's doing it in there. Well, I don't know about anymore, but we used to be pretty in touch. How you been, man?
Oh man, I've been good, man. You know, everything's been great, man. I've been laying back, chilling. You know, taking care of kids, working, reading, still writing a little bit. I really don't do music or nothing like that or into the music scene, but I pay attention to it.
So you ain't really did nothing since when?
I mean, since that video, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Just watched. That was like 2 years ago and shit, but I really don't. I ain't did like a project since I did the Half Rich project with AR and Got It and Keno and Be Easy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I remember all that. Yeah.
That was like 2000.
That was like RMG, wasn't it?
18. No, that
was you ever? Was you part of that?
No, I was never part of RMG.
Oh, okay.
I was Architect and Outer Sound.
All right.
I was Architect, Outer Sound, and Half Rich. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
For sure. I'm trying to send this to you real quick.
Tag me in it on Facebook because I'm
copy link. I'm about to just send it to you in the link. It'll be so much easier. Bada boom, bada bang. Now you got it. There it is. So you can take that, share it out. And if you're live, folks, feel free. Go ahead, leave a comment, ask a question.
Right.
We don't really have any kind of special itinerary today. We just kind of said, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to get together and hang out and talk about the local scene. And I think I heard something about some rap beef that's going on today in the big game of hip-hop.
Talking about, I like the Chris Brown and Quavo one the most.
See, now you're talking about all this shit, and I'm completely like, I don't follow any of that, so you're going to have to catch me up.
I don't neither really, but I read XXL magazine on my phone. And,
right.
And the Chris Brown and the Quavo one is the dopest one to me. I mean,
what up, Jeremy?
Because it's funny that Chris Brown is able to smash my man just effortlessly. Dog suck like a motherfucker.
Now I did hear that Chris Brown song. Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I heard that first part of it. And yeah, I didn't know Chris Brown could come at somebody like that. Like, I knew he was talented. Chris Brown been around since back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
I heard him rap a few times, but I ain't never heard him rap to that degree. I be seeing memes and shit that's funny. They like Chris Brown, snort coke, fight, rap, sing, play basketball. I'm like, you know what? Chris Brown do all that shit. That shit funny to me.
Right. Yeah. Now the other beef they got going on, which again I don't really give a shit about, but the Drake and fucking
Kendrick Lamar and them.
Is that who is it? Is it Drake and Lamar, or is it?
I think it's Drake and Lamar. J. Cole hopped in.
Or J. Cole, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what I heard of.
J. Cole hopped in for a minute, but like I tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, I'm a big fan of all three of the guys.
Yeah.
I like Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, all of his work, every last project. I like J. Cole, all of his work, every last project. I like Drake. Drake got so many projects. I stopped liking them about 3 projects ago, but not saying that he don't have good music and good songs in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like he's more corporate.
He is. It's more of a business. But when he drop a diss, I think he did the best diss. Because the reason why I said I like all their projects is because Kendrick Lamar, what he said really wasn't hard to me. That wasn't a hard diss. It was really like a jab and a poke to get you to say something. Like for J. Cole to get mad for him to say, it ain't the top 3. It's just Big Me. That's small. I kept telling people that shit weak as shit. Like I'm from where motherfuckers from. You know what I'm saying? Tupac or Ice Cube. People say names. And
talking about fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
Yeah, they just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And for him to say them little light bars, that was weird to me. And then for J. Cole to respond back lightly was whack as fuck. And then Drake responded how I would have responded. So out of the 3. He responded the best so far.
So for those who normally watch the Rick and Rowdy show or the Rick and Nick show, this is just another variation of the wheelhouse, folks. We're talking about hip-hop. We're talking about Flat Earth, I heard. A little bit later on, we'll be covering that probably.
We're going to get into it.
Yep, for sure. There's Larry Poe with a share. Looks like it worked.
No.
Yep.
A couple of we're going to get into a couple of different topics later and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they true or false. These just opinions and theories.
I'm going to turn that light on the back here and make it look cool. Just in case if it doesn't fuck up the camera, I'm happy with it. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. So, you haven't done any music since, that one project.
2017, 18.
What's your plan? You trying to get back into it or what?
Man, well, I've been writing some shit lately and shit. I can record anytime I want to. I don't know, man. I haven't been inspired, but lately in the last like month or month and a half, I have been, because I've been on like a learning binge. You know what I'm saying? And anytime that happens, I get inspiration from learning new shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's like a new level or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really been, I don't know, I've been thinking about it. I got some shit wrote that I can drop. I got songs I can drop a project if I wanted to, but it'd sound horrible. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Sporadic ass songs. It wouldn't have no direction.
Yeah, I after my accident, I quit. I just didn't care about music anymore. When some shit like that happens, you don't give a shit about that no more. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy I did the album I did in 2017, but I mean, and a lot of times too, I'm looking back and I'm like, bro, like we did some fire ass tracks that nobody's heard of. So why am I going to sit back? And part of me is like, why am I going to sit back and make more hot shit when they still ain't heard the fucking albums and albums of hot shit? But then again, you do kind of want to keep going, like on the horse and keep it riding and shit. I don't know, but that's kind of where I was torn between. Was like, should I come back with some of my old shit and redo it, make it better, or should I just drop brand new fresh shit?
I'm gonna tell you like a wise man told me, drop fresh shit.
All right.
Fresh shit would be better because you'll get a different song than before. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did 2-3 projects at my cousin's studio, and when I went there, I had about 4 or 5 songs that me and another guy had did together, and me and him had fell on bad terms. So I'm like, I'm taking half of these songs, and he said, do all fresh stuff.
Right.
But I'm like, these songs is hot. He said, do all fresh stuff. And I'm like, no, but these, you got to understand, I can't make no better music than this. He said, do all fresh stuff. So when I did all fresh stuff, I ended up making way better music.
Right.
So do all fresh stuff. It'll work out. Because you smarter and you older.
Right. That's a good point. I think now, though, too, and having a space to do stuff, really, to be inspired by, I think that's big, too. A lot of times you see people when they write, it's kind of inspired by, obviously, where they're at in their life. But, like, if you got to go to a deep, dark dungeon every fucking day to do fucking music, that shit's going to come out, like, dreary, dirty, dark dungeon-ish. Yeah. If you up in a high tower surrounded by fucking a bunch of cool people, it's going to be cool, happy, high tower music type shit.
Yeah. If you write a abundance of music, though, you want to pull from everywhere. So I go everywhere. I go deep into my feelings. I go happiness. I go love. But you got to pull from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can be by myself, though, pulling from these points. I find writing by myself is where I pull the easiest, though, because there's no distraction around me. Somebody asking me, what you got? Let me hear what you got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at home, I still got that distraction with Dad. Can you,
Dad,
can you put this in the microwave?
Yeah, that's kind of when you got to lock yourself somewhere.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? One thing that I haven't done that I normally do very quickly in the shows is run the intros and the warnings. So before we get into any more of this, welcome to the Wheelhouse. All right, there's the one, and then also, because I have been warned by Facebook, there's a warning on my page that will never go away. It always tells me if you fuck up, we will strike you. So here, this is especially for Susan Wojcicki and all her YouTube associates. Warning. The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. If you are easily offended and cannot stand foul language or manly banter of any kind, this may not be the show for you. Your discretion is advised. Boom! I think that pretty much covers it all for right now. You ever heard of Tony Hatch?
Who was that?
That's what's playing in the background right now. Real smooth, just lounge.
Never heard of
Kind of get you calm, in a calm mood, you know what I mean? Like you just walked into a 1970s fucking gas station waiting to pay for your 7-Eleven and
listen, I
10 on 4, you know what I mean?
I fuck with it. Feel like I'm on the elevator. I wonder what's the frequency. 369.
See, now that you mentioned that, now we both know Twink, aka ATG. Now when you said frequencies, I'm gonna turn this off so we can focus. But frequencies. So there was a thing I read or seen a video on where they switched musical frequencies now to where it doesn't supposedly like help you like it's supposed to, like because it's healing. Certain frequencies can heal, certain frequencies can do all kinds of different things.
Facts.
And what I seen or what I heard about was like where they took the radio, all the stuff that the music gets put out with, they switched the frequency so it no longer does what it's supposed to do. Kind of just like a doll. You ever hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's why Andre 3000 put out the album he put out. It's a frequency. You know what I'm saying? He put out the original frequency that they took it from. It's kind of like a cheat code, or he snuck in and snuck it in. I think he kind of like a samurai ninja to do that, because I didn't get it at first. I kind of was upset. I'm like, why he ain't rapping? But then once I realized what he was doing was making frequency music to kind of balance your chakras, or whatever you believe in, or if you know anything about that. But that's what he was doing, and they changed it. Kanye West was telling us that. Remember, he said they changed it to the 808s to fuck your bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, everybody was calling fucking Kanye crazy until like shit started coming true. He's like somebody called him the Black Alex Jones, and I was like, dude, that's actually kind of facts, because he was like spitting some crazy truth there for a minute. Right. And everybody's like, he crazy, he need fucking help, he need to go into the psych ward and shit, put him down or whatever. I guess he's talking about his trainer was trying to give him drugs and shit like that.
Yeah, he said they was giving him like 8 pills a day and shit.
Right. Yeah, we just toss this, or Nick, you want to grab that?
Somebody hand it to me. But yeah, ATG,
what up, man?
I talk to him all the time, and me and him be talking about frequencies and all types of shit all the time too. So he definitely on that lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can tell you one thing, man. We're living in crazy fucking times.
Oh yeah.
What is your thoughts on today's current situation of the world?
Today's current situation on the world to me is no other than it's always been for thousands of years. The government, the people that govern the mental, have the citizens or the people, whatever you want to call them, in a fear mode. So They always telling them it's the end of the time. They always telling them they're gonna die. They always telling them famine, and they always telling them scaring the shit out of them. And it's been like this forever. To me, it's no different. I'm not afraid. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But you're not gonna scare me into it and use my fear for your energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use the people that I got around me, and we got a strong, people around me, and it's a small few. And you'll be surprised the small number of people that'd be way more powerful than a group of 100 people that's weak. You got 3 strong people, they can, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a saying about that. Couldn't tell you what it is, but I know there's something somewhere out there about that. About how like fewer stronger people can outwithstand so many weak people. Yeah. Kind of like lions and shit too, though, right? Because you can take a strong lion and put him in between fucking 5 bitch ass lions, and he ain't gonna walk away. You know what I mean? He's like, that's why he's the king. Yeah. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. I ain't afraid of it. I got a cousin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the senator Dawson. I got a cousin. He into all that. You know what I'm saying? You might have to get him on here and ask him that type of stuff because he in the underground bunkers and getting all the shit together for when the end of the world come. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Like a prepper.
I told him I don't give a fuck. If it happened, I'm going to rob and steal from the people who got it.
All right.
I'm joking.
Go take no. What you should focus
though.
on is the big wigs, man. The people that got the higher ups. But then again, those are all the ones with the bunkers.
Yeah. Right.
You can't get through a bunker.
Can't get through a bunker, and ain't no telling what's gonna happen if they leave us out here and they go into underground bunkers. They might let off nukes or whatever. I'm saying, like, what the fuck is you afraid of?
Fallout, bro. Fallout.
You only afraid if you believe that you this body anyways.
Right.
I'm like, you act like you want to stay here or some type of shit. Like, you know, you act like you like these situations. You act like you like the way it is. I don't care. Really, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we all want to make it better, but when I was on that path and I was looking into the politics of it, I'm like, it's no way we can win.
Right.
No way you can win. They've been doing this shit and having this shit on lock for thousands of years.
Well, see, I think what it is a lot of people are thinking of the physical war
Facts.
that's going on, but the thing is like it's really a spiritual war.
That's the war I'm in.
Right, and there's only two sides, really. You know what I mean? So it's like, what side you gonna go, light or dark? And it's a lot of people want to ride the fence, but when that time comes, it starts to eat their own. So right now, you see a bunch of, and we'll get into the politics because I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So
hit it again. Two
times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I watch all this shit all the time. Like mostly, I'm all right. Go ahead. Mostly in like Democratic-run stronghold cities, you'll see where they'll like come up with some crazy laws. Like for instance, in New York, okay, well we're gonna come up with this bail reform law where we're not gonna like imprison people for such crimes or whatever, and we're not even gonna call these crimes anymore. We're just gonna let them go.
I remember seeing some shit like that.
So you see a lot of people getting out.
Gun, they just gonna get a ticket and let them
go. Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, you look at it and it's like, first off, who's making these laws? Who wants? Who's the big wig at the top? There's always.
I kind of understand it. You know what I'm saying? Only because of the in and out process of it. If it's New York, you got to think of how many people it is and how many people they got to jail. That's why these people are stuffed in jails. So they probably like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take the gun, give you a ticket, and if you don't show up, you're going to prison. Or because I think that's how it's set up. If you don't show up, you got a warrant. Even though they let you go, you still, if you don't show back up to your court date, you got a warrant. You know what I'm saying? But I think they doing it for overcrowding, and they probably ain't got enough jails to put these people in for what they would consider as small petty crimes. Now in a smaller city, they'd never do that. At my job, they was just talking about a situation where it's the same type of job that we work, but in North Carolina, they get paid. I think they start at like $25 an hour, and in our spot we start at like 19 something, and they like, why is the difference? And the corporate guy, like, because in Charlotte it is a bigger city next to it around them, so they would get more compensation, and was trying to explain to us how they would get paid more. But the people in the room like, no, we doing the same job and even more than them, because they don't do a certain part that we do at our job. And they was like, we should get the money. And they was like, well, they took the survey of the jobs that's around us and put us at the top of the mark, which wasn't shit, but it was that you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and to be honest with you, when people support certain laws that they know nothing of, and then all of a sudden the repercussions of those said laws come back to bite them in the ass, then they're like, that's what's happening now. Now they're like, oh, this was a bad idea, huh?
Yeah, facts.
Like we probably shouldn't have did that, huh?
You ever seen the show The Wire?
No, I've been wanting to though.
Man, on the show The Wire.
I heard that shit's dope.
On the show The Wire on season 3, one of the chiefs let them motherfuckers have a zone where they like a drug-free zone where they can sell drugs.
Oh, like a fucking autonomous zone?
Yeah, just let them sell drugs over there. Didn't arrest them and shit. That shit backfired like a motherfucker. That's kind of like what they doing by letting these motherfuckers go with their guns and shit. I'll say just build a bigger another jail or something. I don't know. I'm not in that
Build
situation.
bigger jails.
No, I'm not for that either. You know.
No, well, right now,
not in that way. I'm just saying, if they got a lot of crime, build what you need to fit your crime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In your town.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole illegal immigration shit too is getting crazy. So it's like,
I don't know nothing about it. Tell me about it.
oh man, I can go on for hours. Those who watch Rick and Rowdy, they know. Like, so pretty much what's happening right now. Obviously, when old Uncle Joe got elected, most popular president of all time,
Joe Biden?
81 million plus legal votes. Yeah.
Okay.
So once he got elected, you can tell I'm not a fan. He said right on there. He was like, I think we should let them all come in, surge the border, flood it, come on in, everybody come in, everybody. Talking about free this, free that, free this, free that, freebies. And so then there's literally people down, like, I don't know if you ever heard of the Darien Trail or the Darien Straits or the Darien Trail. It's through like the narco jungle down in South America.
I heard of the narcos.
Yeah, so there's people all the way down there in these like towns and these crappy cities. I'm sorry, they're dirt poor. It's just like, and people want to leave. I understand that, but there's people down there passing out all these pamphlets and flyers talking about come to America, free this, free that, free this, free that. Well, they're coming and they're getting it slowly but surely, but they're not getting what they thought they would. So when they started coming in through Texas, this all started. Greg Abbott, which is the governor of Texas, starts busing them to like New York City and like all these other places. And automatically, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you're just spreading them out automatically. Like, why not?
Right.
Trying to make it seem like, oh, you guys wanted to vote for this? You guys can have them. You take them then. Talking like that's what he was talking, like they were talking about. But in my mind, I'm like, that's fucking dumb.
Right.
Let's just send them to all the cities inside the fucking America. And then all of a sudden, once they turn off the gimme that's the free shit, then who do you think they're going to turn on? What do you think they're going to do? You know what I mean? Like,
you talking about the Mexicans that's coming through?
No, bro. Not even Mexicans. Chinese, Vietnamese. There's every ethnicity you can think of. Every single ethnicity you can think of.
Coming through, they can definitely.
Russians, fucking Taliban. They've already caught over like 800 known terrorists, and they put them in jail and sent them back. Yeah, that's only 800 though out of millions.
They can definitely form a coup. They can definitely do a lot of things, but it's always a bunch of what ifs out there. Like I said, if you live your life in fear,
right, and that's what I need to practice on. I need to stop fucking feeding into this shit.
Yeah, don't feed into it. Don't even be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? If it happened, it happened.
But yeah, that's what's at. Like I'm not worried about somebody rushing my house, trying to take my food or something.
Let me ask you.
Not yet, anyway.
Question. Let me ask you a question. You remember what they told us about 2000?
Oh yeah, Y2K.
Yeah. Then remember what they told us about 2003?
No, what was that?
I forgot.
What's my bad?
They said it was gonna be a blackout.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was solar flares or some shit.
In 2013, ended the world, ended the Mayan calendar. They keep telling you it's gonna be something,
and it's been that way ever since. Yeah, back in the day.
Nothing. How many times do they gotta tell you before you realize that you create the spectacle? If they get enough people to believe in it, it'll happen. Well, or if anything happened, you're gonna point it to it anyways. Oh, this happened as a sign and such and such. They can say anything, you know what I'm saying, and get you to believe it. You know what I'm saying. That's why I just say, I don't care. I don't care if you get me, you get me. Ah, damn, it's like a video game.
Right, like damn. And you know what's funny is there are people that actually call this a video game. They're like, I don't know why you guys are all so mad. This is just a video game. You got to learn how to play it. You know what I mean?
Man. Well, once you get on that level, I think that's that Tupac level.
Yeah.
You know how Pac was like. Now I understand when I be watching Pac shit. Now I be understanding, or niggas like him, like Biggie or Bob Marley and them. They understood that just do what you want to do for real.
Right.
And don't be afraid of it. If they kill me, they kill me. If they don't, they don't. As long as I get my message across, you know what I'm saying, to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, or whoever in any of those shoes or titles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just don't be afraid, man. Remember the movie Apocalypto?
I
never seen that movie.
Don't think I did.
In the movie Apocalypto, in the beginning, they like in the woods and shit, and then they run across a village that was afraid, and his dad told him to get away from them people because they have a disease called fear.
Oh, nice.
So basically, he was telling his son, like, we're not afraid, and they are, and that will leak into you, and you're gonna become afraid,
like a disease. Yeah.
Yeah. The very next day, his dad got his throat slit, and he smiled.
He was like, I'm happy about that.
They was tying his hands behind his back. You ever seen the movie, Cuz? You ever seen the movie Apocalypto? You ever seen the movie Apocalypto? Yeah. So when he cut his throat, man, he smiled and he fell over. He just kind of realized that your body is your body, and what controls your body is you. Like when you think you're your body, then that's what have you in all this fear shit.
Right.
That's why people say it's a video game. You like, I'm my soul, I'm not my body. Once you realize that, you like, I'm not a body with a soul. I'm a soul.
Bro, yeah, when you go through some shit too traumatic too, like you'll fucking see some shit and believe some shit, and you'll be like, damn.
Yeah, like I lost my mom and my nephew last year, like a week apart. You know what I'm saying? And I had to endure that and see that, and you know what I'm saying, talk my mom through it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. You know, so yeah, just certain different experiences and shit change the way you feel and look at it. How did it affect you? Like, change you? You know what I'm saying? Going through your situation.
So me, what do you mean, like spiritually or?
Yeah, like spiritually.
So 4 days before this happened, I prayed to God to change my life. Like I was drinking 15 beers a day, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like going through money, just, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was mad. I was drunk all the time. And so I just cried. I broke down, cried by myself, prayed to God to change my life, and fucking, all of a sudden this shit happens. And like in the hospital after I come to, I guess I ended up like coding, which is like dying twice. They didn't think I was going to make it. They said my aorta was bleeding, all this shit. Pretty much told everybody to go say their last goodbyes. And so then Melody called her grandma, was like, I need that priest here. Like, because her grandma offered, should I call the minister and have him come say a prayer? Yeah. And that day, and she was like, no, it's all right. Well, then after all this shit happened, she was like, yeah, grandma, do it. Right. So she did it. And she went out, smoked half a cigarette, came back in. He was standing right there. And after that, he said a prayer, and they said, oh, we were wrong. He's going to be okay. And so I heard that, and I was like, wow. Well, then, like, all the memories I've had, like, the visions I've seen and shit, it's crazy. I won't get too much into it, but I mean, everybody's heard it before, like a million times.
I ain't never heard it.
Damn, it's hot out. Hold on, let me take this freaking.
You know, you could
actually, let me do this real quick. Our first sponsor, we do have sponsors on this show, by the way, is We Buy Your Junk. Junkin' for Jesus. Vehicle, scrap metals, aluminum, copper, converters, and batteries. Give them a call, 517-937-7748, 2756 East South Street, Jackson, Michigan. Yeah. Not bad.
Junkin' for Jesus.
Junkin' for Jesus. Yeah.
But yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, to just sum it up real quick, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual change, like how'd you go from because I don't know if I heard you on a podcast or you told me or I read it somewhere, but I remember I heard the whole crash. You know what I'm saying? How you was looking up and they was way over there and you was like way in the woods somewhere and shit. I know all of that part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much like after I got, it was, you know, after I finally came to, I'm like, damn, I fucking made it. Yeah. Like, what now?
So you remember the crash, the initial?
I don't really remember like the pain part of it. But I remember like trying to get my seatbelt connected. You know, and I blacked out. Yeah. But it's
you asked for a life change. You didn't change your life.
Yeah, it changed my life. It wasn't necessarily, you know, I kept telling people don't say that the Lord ain't got a sense of humor because he'll prove you wrong every time. Right. And you know, it's like I always say, like, this isn't exactly what I was talking about, Lord, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? Any day, like I said, above ground's a good day. Yeah. And I get to spend, you know, the rest of my life still with my family and enjoying the rest of my time I have left. Yeah. Every day I get up out of bed, man, like, yeah, I mean, I'm in pain all the time, but you got to look past it and see what's really going on. Your whole vision changes. Your whole perspective on life changes. You think about what's really important. Like, I'll sit out there right on that little stoop right there to get in the wheelhouse, and I'll sit in the sun and I'll just look around with nothing on, listen to the wind, the birds and shit. Yeah. And it's like calming, you know what I mean? Like, just thinking about it makes me kind of like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you enjoy... the small shit. Oh,
man. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? All the shit you take for granted every day that you don't think about.
Shit, breathing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to see out of your eyes, being able to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Feel,
Taste
touch,
shit,
right.
touch, feel, facts, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I lost my mom and my nephew last year, a week apart, and that was a tough situation. With my mom, she had a stroke like at the beginning of the year, and she was getting better, and then everything took a turn for the worse. Cancer spread everywhere, so like she in hospice, and we kind of like expecting her to pass away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I get a call, I'm thinking that's what the call is, but the call is really to say that they done found my nephew dead in Lansing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, so it's just we had to go to that, and then 4 days later after that, my mom ended up really passing away. So it's like
just one tragedy on top of another.
Yeah, but all of that, all in all, it made me look at shit different and appreciate little small shit like we was just talking about, just sitting outside, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the air blowing your face and leaves and shit. Like I was telling my homeboy that was having problems with his pops earlier today before we came, you know what I'm saying, you don't know how much time you got with these people.
Right.
So kind of enjoy everybody, especially if you love these people. Don't try and always be mad at people all the time. Don't always try and...
I've seen a lot of people too, like that's around something like that. They have kind of what's called survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
So that's,
I know.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel kind of weird about it, but it changes their life because they see what could have happened.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn. And so then they start treating people better. And
yeah, I don't, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. I know I see people have survivor's guilt, like, damn, why am I alive? And they always like in a bad space. You know what I'm saying? They handling it bad and shit. I think what kind of happened to me and similar people is we understand the time that it is really what you only have in life is love and time. You know what I'm saying? The time that you spend with the people, love it and cherish it, because all the other shit you can't even take with you. We saw everybody try. We saw the Egyptians bury the gold with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take your body with you. All you can take with you is your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the time that you spend with people. You feel what I'm saying?
right. And if you believe, you know what I mean, like in a higher power of any kind, I mean, you know that it's like you said, it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Do you believe in like living other lives? Like you've led other lives?
Yeah, I believe that. I believe, because man, when I was young, I lived next to a funeral home. Not directly next to it. It was like 2 blocks over. And we used to go in there all the time. I'm about 6, 7. And it'd be old people in there. One time I went in there and it was like a kid in there or whatever. Or a baby in there and a lady. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking as a young kid, like, damn, how I thought you get old and die. I didn't know babies die. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my mom. My great grandma was still alive at this time. You know what I'm saying? And me and my mom and my great grandma was walking to her house, and we had walked past that funeral home. So it got me to thinking about it. So I'm like, Mom, how long is you dead for?
Right.
And she like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm a kid, so I'm like, is you dead for this long? Like, show me in handling. And she like, as long as your arms can stretch. So I stretch I'm like, that long? She like, probably farther. Forever. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm trying to measure.
Trying to wrap your mind around forever.
Forever. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to measure forever. And she just like, as long as your arm can reach and farther than that. So then my next question was what? How long are you alive for? And she like, I don't know. Some people can live to be 100. She giving me a high number, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how long? In hand, how long is that? About like this? She like, yeah. In my 6-year-old mind, I'm like, how am I going to be alive only this little bit of time, but just dead forever? That just never made sense to me at 6 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you watch The Sandlot, and he was like, legends never die, kid. And you're like, oh, shit.
Right. Hey, me and my cousin Harold used to watch The Sandlot all the time.
That's a good-ass movie.
That's a good-ass fucking movie, especially for kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I just started to read different books and dive into different mysteries and rabbit holes to help answer that for me. You know.
Right.
And what I found out, through the Hindus and different cultures is that you may live multiple lives, or you might live a repeat of this same life, and that's what deja vu is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've heard different opinions on, because you think about different dimensions now.
Yeah, I mean,
now, you know what I mean?
These is all theories and opinions anyways. Ain't none of this proven to me.
Well, I mean, to jump the gun crazy on the other spectrum, look at what they're doing with CERN. You ever heard of a thing called CERN?
Yeah, I know about CERN and the particles that they explode in the particles.
But they don't really explain what they're trying to do, though. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking, we're trying to split atoms, we're doing all this shit. Okay, but what happens when that happens? You know what I mean? Like, are you opening doors? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And they got all these weird rituals that they got to perform at these different, you know what I mean?
Events and shit.
Events,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of, and a lot of it's right out in the open, like in Hollywood. Look at America, bro. Like, look at these fucking kid diddlers.
But if you're not paying attention, then you don't see it. You think Hollywood is just a place that show you movies and ain't none of it true and shit.
Right.
You believing in CERN and everything that they saying, and you're believing in Elon Musk, and you believe in everything that they saying. Me, I'm the type of person, I believe the opposite of everything they say. I don't believe nothing that they say.
What do you mean?
Like,
Give me an example.
Okay, so if CERN telling us that they just doing this particle shit, then I'm going.
And you're like, okay, so you're definitely not doing that. You're doing something different.
You're doing something narcissistic or devious with it. You're doing something nefarious with it. There's the word. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not doing nothing benevolent. You're not doing nothing.
You're doing something that's for the wrong of people because you ain't trying to tell the truth of what's really going on.
Right. Anytime you want to hide the truth, then you're not doing something right.
Right.
You're doing something
And there's
wrong.
a lot of the truth being hidden.
Yeah. The truth been hidden from everybody forever with the school systems, with the curriculum that you have to learn. It's really
they ain't trying to teach us shit. Look at China.
No.
They teaching them all kinds of crazy shit.
Man.
I seen a what is it? North Korean Vietnamese school. They're taking apart AK-47s and putting them back together.
Yeah,
on the desk, just.
So what is they training their kids for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing that gets me about this wide open border shit, bro. Like, everybody's like, oh, just the Mexicans. Like, no, bro. Like, there's no Mexicans. It's all like
everybody else.
It's everybody else. And when I say everybody, I mean like literally everybody else.
Yeah.
From all nations. It's crazy.
Well, America has always been
a melting pot.
A mutt country.
A mutt country.
Like, the reason why I say it in them terms is it's always been a mix of cultures and colors, or whatever you want to call it. It's always been a rainbow over here. You know what I'm saying? It's always
that's what makes us great, is because we don't. We're the only country in the entire world that will accept you for who you are, and you can walk down the street and not get beat or stoned or hung or drugged. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
depending
but it's kind of getting out of hand, don't you?
No,
think?
yeah, absolutely.
With all these people, I mean, shit. If we can just identify as anything, then I can identify
as a person that don't have to pay bills.
Exactly. I can identify as somebody that just owns the bank.
I own this bank.
Owner.
I'm gonna need the vault key.
And I'm not robbing it.
This is my money. How can I rob my money?
Yeah. So it's a lot of clauses in that, being able to say who you think you is. You know
that reminds me of what I thought about my credit cards. I was like, you know what? Who am I to owe money and be in debt to a country that's fucking way in debt? Like, man, I don't owe you shit.
Man, to a country that created the money. I was sitting back thinking one day.
Until you want to lease a car or do something with credit, but.
Yeah, but listen, I was sitting back thinking one day. I'm at work and I'm working, and I'm like, man, I start talking to my coworker. This at an old job, and I said, man, we ain't living for ourselves. He said, why you say that? I said, did you think of this? He said, think of what? I said, the thing that we're making. We didn't think of this. We doing somebody else's thought for 8 hours or 10 hours or how many hours you at work.
Somebody came up with an idea to make that part, and you're making it.
Yeah, and you just a part of their assembly. I think
you're just a number on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, I think that's how they control us. If we're able to, if we didn't have that in play, think about this. If we didn't have that in play, it'd be a whole bunch of trees around with fruit, because fruit would be free.
Mm-hmm.
water be cleaner and all that other shit in order to incorporate money. I remember when water was free. I remember when we was drinking before they bottled the water and start selling it. I'm like, they can never sell water. They're like, we gonna sell water. I'm like, it's impossible to sell water.
Our water's got electrolytes.
Man, they selling water. They gonna sell air next. Quote me on it.
It's got what plants crave.
Man.
I just watched that video of that shit
You're
again.
going to be able to buy some certain trees that you're going to put in your house that give you better, fresher air and shit.
Right, we're gonna, dude. Yeah, there's cartoons out there with like a dude in a gas mask, and it's like over a fucking tree, and it's leading into his lung, like he's breathing through that, just living off that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where we're heading to. I mean, look at all this shit around me. Even these fucking solar panels.
Yeah.
Where's all this power going? Like.
I think they trying to turn it from because they figured out what they ain't figured out. They always knew that power is free. They're just charging us.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Nikola Tesla figured out that power was free.
They fucking deaded him real quick.
Yeah, before him,
and took his shit.
Whoever he learned it from figured out that power was free too. You know what
I think
I'm saying?
he figured out more shit than they fucking let out. I mean, come on, bro. He's got like he figured out time travel probably.
I think he the one that figured out the CERN shit.
Yep, probably.
I think he the one that figured out the CERN shit because it's a picture of him that's by a big ass circle that looked like the CERN machine. You know what I'm saying? The CERN is trying to create the spark. To me, this is what I think, and this is just my theory from a little bit of shit that I dove into. CERN is trying to create the spark that would be you being put into your mom's womb. They trying to create the spark between where the portal of where we come from and they come from, or either the good or the bad side of it. That's why they do shit during like eclipses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They trying to open up. They know
like
they
slice
know,
the red heifers and shit.
Yeah, they know shit that we don't know. They know that we live in a layered system. I don't want to get into it too early, but they know we live in a layered system, and they just trying to rip their way to the next layer and viciously instead of doing it spiritually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that brings me back to that's why I think we live a whole bunch of lives. I think it's like Mario, the video game Mario, when you come in small. Remember Mario eat the mushroom and then he get bigger. Mm-hmm. And then when he eat the star, that's like getting the most knowledge. Then you're invincible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also remember on Mario 1, on board 1 or board 2, you can go through a tunnel and skip all the way to board 5 or something like that, right? So I think if we on level 1 or 2, some of us have went down that rabbit hole and skipped to level 5.
Yeah.
And
that's a good way to look at it.
Right, you feel me? And we coming back trying to get the other people to skip to these levels with us. But they not
trying to reach out the hand, put the ladder back down, let them climb back up.
Yeah, they not understanding it because we talking foreign to them because of what they have learned, what we all learned from in school. We learn the same shit. You just got to learn to learn. You got to learn or know that everything that you learn could be a lie.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Once you swallow that pill and you're like, okay, well, fuck, let's start it and see where this road goes. Then you're already ready. See, the thing that the biggest tool that we have right now that me and you grew up without, that now we're witnessing, is the internet.
Yeah,
the internet's the fastest fucking best tool that we've ever had as far as knowledge.
Facts.
You know, like they say, it's an information war.
Yeah.
I mean, right now they know that they could never come into America forcefully with guns and troops and shit like that. It would never work. So what's the second best way to do it? Just infiltrate from the middle. Don't tell them that you're poisoning their food. Deliberately fucking fuck their infrastructure up. Say it was an accident. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? But how many coincidences can be coincidences?
You ever heard of the United Nations?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the United Nations like all of the nations together?
Yep.
So how
NATO.
So how does that work? If all of the
nations, not all of them. It's a congregation of certain nations that are.
And which nations are those?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'd have to look.
I just wanted to know because I'm like, if it's the United Nations and all the nations is together, how are you able to let this happen? It's only happening because you're letting it happen. Up top. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like they say, it might look like shit's chaos, but somebody's always behind the wheel.
So what did we find
Fallout,
out about?
shout out.
Right. So what do we find out about the one situation in the 119? Flip it backwards. You know what I'm saying? We found out that was an inside job. So later on, they always telling you the truth anyways. Oh, 50, 60 years
truth will
later,
always come out, but then when it does, everybody's so dumbed down and gnawed out. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck no more.
Oh, okay. What are we having for dinner?
The people that care died. That's why they said about the JFK shit. We'll let y'all know 60, 70 years from now, we'll let the truth out. Like, the people that want to know is going to be dead. They 60, 70 right now.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so they're trying to erase that from the schools right now. They ain't teaching history. They're taking out all of our statues.
Facts.
Even if it's like, I don't know who said it, but it was those who, ignore the facts of history are bound to repeat it, pretty much. So, like, either you learn from history and you fucking move forward towards that, or if you bury it, they're going to just want, whoever's in power is going to want that shit to happen again.
So, I got a theory. What if all the artifacts that we see, all the old ruins, ain't nothing but repeated societies over and over and over again?
Right.
Electricity, I'm talking about with everything.
Like, they already had shit. Like, everybody was saying, I seen it, because I watch that Ancient Aliens and all that shit all the time, I'm sure. That shit's interesting, but... Yeah. They were saying, like, the Egyptians, those pyramids were fucking power conductors. They weren't houses, they weren't tombs, they were to conduct power, like they were, like batteries or something.
Facts. So that would mean that they had electricity and all the same shit that we have now.
Right.
So if they had electricity way back then, and we can't count what time or whenever time, 4, 5, 6,000 years ago, you got to think now, what do they have that they're not telling us? Also, I had looked up on some humbug shit. I looked up maps, first maps that was drawn. Man, they took certain stuff off of these maps. It's more than 7 continents. But who's gonna say anything about anything? You only going
right. The only people that know about these maps are the people that had the the with-how and the ableness to go that distance and find these things. Yeah. Just like the Antarctica, where they got that big old gap. I don't know if it's Antarctica or if it's the Arctic. One of the poles, our so-called poles, we can't get by a wall of ice. Like, if you do, you'll get swarmed by helicopters and all kinds of shit.
Antarctica. So that's another thing. That's
like, what are they hiding back there? What do they got in there?
So with Antarctica,
ice monsters.
They all got right. They might got the abominable snowman.
Yeah, they got that motherfucker. Yeah, that Rudolph was telling the truth the whole time.
Shit, they might got Santa Claus back behind that motherfucker.
The real Saint Nick.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they all got a treaty on that too. You know what I'm saying? How are these guys so-called at war with each other, but they have a treaty that we all can't go to Antarctica together? That's kind of weird to me. Me and you, we got a treaty. We can't stand over there, but we gonna war with each other, but just not over there.
Just not over there, right?
That's something. That's why I'm saying that's why I say don't be afraid. Like, we so low on the totem pole that we can't control nothing. They can make a tsunami wave come, and they can hide first and tell us 5 months after. And you know what I'm saying? We can't do anything.
A lot of people think that. I just heard this one too. Here's a new conspiracy theory, quote unquote. They said some shit about
with the chicken.
Bill Gates has got all the farmland that he's bought, all these different like plots of land are in this dry zone. So like some scientist or whatever was like, okay, this is what would happen if a tsunami hit, or if the level water came up. And it showed like part of the United States all flooded, but the parts that wasn't flooded was the parts that Bill Gates owned. I don't know, that shit's kind of far-fetched, but like you said, they could make a damn fucking tsunami, a big ass tsunami from the ocean hit the United States.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Dubai like seeded they fucking clouds. You heard about that?
Oh yeah. That's old news. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they can see clouds,
why not? Why can't they just dump the shit right on you? Right, like with planes and shit. Right, you'd be fucking getting the ocean from above.
They can see 17 motherfucking tornadoes in a row. They can do anything. So
that's another thing I heard. What these fucking solar panels are is like magnets for fucking
I think these
crazy weather.
I think these solar panels, they could be that. They could be weather modifiers.
Right.
For real. I never thought about that. They could be weapons. They could, but from what I know of them, is they pull free energy from the sun.
And it's not really from the sun; it's from the UV rays that the sun gives off. A lot of people think that like a solar panel has to be in direct contact with sunlight, which is not true.
Right.
It's just got to be able to get the ray.
Yeah,
to
on
come through.
the ionosphere, ain't it called? Where the sun sit at? And
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
There you is.
I didn't pass.
You came across. You came. It's a graph. It's a graph in my head that I keep seeing, like stratosphere, ionosphere.
Yeah, those are definitely
I be seeing
the levels of atmosphere above the Earth. But yeah, it's. Well, that's another thing too. Is I mean, dude, there's so many different shits. Like you talking about blanking out the sun, so they got these shits where they can like, and they've already been doing it. Metals, you know, you've seen the chemtrails and shit.
Yeah.
So they were talking about they could block out the sun. That's what Bill Gates was talking about. Bro, whoever hit him in the fucking face with a pie, not once but twice, y'all sealed humanity's fate. Like, period. Y'all pissed that motherfucker off so bad. He was like, you know what?
They hit him in the face with a pie?
I'll just kill everybody. Yeah. Yeah, Bill Gates. Look up Bill Gates gets hit in the face with a pie.
What was he
and
doing,
he got fucking
the
humiliated. Well, I think it was after he I think he like stole fucking Apple from Steve Jobs or some shit. People were pissed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but it was like people were mad because he did some sneaky shit, bro. And like, they was like, what the fuck, bro? So he got hit in the face with a pie, I think twice, and it's covered on like I just seen a picture of it too. His whole glasses is fucked up. And when you wear glasses, bro, and somebody fucking hits you in the face with a pie, and now your glasses got pie on them, bro, like you already know you ain't getting that shit clean right away. You gonna have to go to the bathroom, wash everything out.
And then now he wanna blot out the sun.
Oh yeah, now you want to blot out the sun and kill humanity.
That remind me of Despicable Me. That's what he
allegedly.
Think he is. That's what we think he is. Despicable
you think
Me?
he's Groot, maybe?
No, I'm just saying.
Or not Groot, but
Gru, yeah, Gru. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what he think
Gru cared about people. Gru ain't just gonna fucking annihilate innocent people. He's gonna take out the bad dude.
He did after he met the girls, but before that, Gru was a bad character.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Cause Gru, you right. Gru is a good guy. But
well, he's a good evil guy. Like he's not like he'll do evil if it suits him, but he's like. He's more like, I'll steal your money, blow up your fucking bank, but nobody gets hurt type shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I took from it. But, listen to us over here talking about fucking imaginary characters.
Yeah.
But like Mr. Burns. So that's what a lot of people think, like, Mr. Burns is that type of motherfucker. Like, he's just a old, withery fucking white dude who's just got all the cards, all the marbles, all the money, but controls everything.
Mr. Burns, to me, was more like Joe Biden, like a dead body they just keep putting back together.
Right. Either that or like a, what's that dude? Not Charles Schwab. Is it Schwab? Or, there's another guy, too. I can't think. Not Rockefeller.
Yeah, Rockefeller. It was Rockefeller old ass too. He was old.
Yeah, all them
motherfuckers be old, man.
Bro, like the Titanic, bro. You ever hear about the Titanic shit?
No.
Oh man, J.P. Morgan and shit, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. Nick, where's the chicken, man? Man, so y'all got the chicken, didn't bring me the chicken. I could have ate the chicken on camera. I'm a real black guy, man. We gonna eat chicken on camera.
I saw it sneaking out. You could have said
you know what I'm saying?
That's your fault.
So y'all ate all the chicken?
We wanted to go out there so we wasn't wrinkling bags. I'll bring you some chicken and Poe, okay?
I'm about to beat these guys up.
What else would you like, sir?
Nothing,
I get you some
man. Hey, yo,
would you like some great
popcorn? Give me a water and shit. You take breaks on these?
You hear him?
Or do you go all the way through?
You know, I did not have. I usually do like after an hour, I'll do like a little break for a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't have anything really put up. We'll just have to play what I had last on here, I think, which was like Mark Dice or some shit.
No, you can play my video or something. You know what I'm saying?
I can probably do that.
For a little interlude and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, you ready for a break right now?
No. I was just asking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we can make something happen.
We still talking about. Blotting out the sky because I wanted to ask you about. So, did you think that was the moon that crossed in front of the sun? What's your thoughts on that?
Shit, could have been Nibiru.
You believe in Nibiru? So you believe? So let me ask you some questions.
All right.
Do you believe in the solar system and other planets coming from other solar systems into ours?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of live physical evidence of like telescopes and shit like that shows shit. So I'm sure like we are living on a planet in space. Well, you know what I mean? Like there's other shit out there. But as far as like, because I've seen videos too of like people sending rockets up and then it hitting the firmament.
Firmament, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, man, you really don't know what to think, especially after you go down all these fucking rabbit holes like we've been down.
Yeah, do you?
Because then you kind of double question yourself.
Do you know who the guy that invented NASA is? It's a guy named
Or wasn't he a German Nazi?
he was a German Nazi guy that after they took over Germany, he came over here, and him and Walt Disney. Right. Him
Bum,
and,
bum, bum.
him and Walt Disney. The guy's name is Werner von Braun.
Werner von Braun. Yeah. He was a rocket
He
scientist.
was a rocket scientist, and him and Walt Disney put together that whole outer space theory about the we on a planet and all that other shit.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, they the ones who control the NASA shit. But on his tombstone, he put I got it right here. It says Psalms 9:1. And it says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So basically, to me, it's like a confession on his deathbed, basically saying,
the firmament's what's like stopping you
real.
guys from getting out, right?
the firmament is real, and what I've been saying to you isn't. I've created the visual with Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Bro, and Disney was iconic as fuck. That's a mind blower right there.
You know,
fucking gone.
So if these two guys are the ones who's controlling, and
because think about me and you ain't got no damn money to go up there and check that shit out. We could send a rocket up, but the most, even like, dude, a $10,000 rocket can't get all the way up there. Like, you got to be real deal fucking have money, like Tesla type shit.
And as far as you go up on one of those things, unless you, because they change a lot of shit in the fisheye. It's always flat. It's always flat as far as you can see, and they always say you can't go up. You ain't go up high enough. I had went to Chicago one time, and we going up to the top of the tallest building on this elevator.
Sears Tower, I've been there.
Yeah, and I'm on the elevator with all the people, and I'm telling them, I said, when we get to the top of the elevators, we're gonna see the curvature of the Earth. Everybody said, yeah. When we got up there, you couldn't see shit. It was just flat everywhere. You could see no curvature at all. They said, we're not up high enough. I said, have you ever been in a plane? Yeah. Did you see the curvature? No, we're not up high enough. How high do we got to go?
Right.
The only proof that we got is outside proof of the people that created visuals to control and govern your mind, Walt Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Walt Disney, shots fucking fired on a motherfucking Saturday.
I'm just saying, Walt Disney's job is to create television, which is, I'm telling you, a vision, and then the vision is called a program. So that means I'm programming your mind. Remember when we was growing up, they called it, I gotta watch my programs. What is a program? That's a Young and a Restless.
That's what they called that shit back in the 50s. My programs was coming on.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They changed the name of it, but it's still programming your mind. So when we think of an alien invasion, we're always going to go back of what we saw in our head from the movies, like the one Will Smith and them did. All of them. If we think about robots taking over, we're going to think of Terminator, iRobot, The Matrix. It's all of it. It's all a program of how they can put anything in your mind to make you think of how anything can look, because a so-called alien can look just like a human like you, and we could see a alien, if there is really one, every day if we taking it in that sense, but they're showing us that aliens look like little green men or gray people.
So that's what we're looking for.
So that's
and we're
what
not
we're
looking
looking
for
for.
something that's like, you know what I mean, that can put on a human suit, that you could fit a fucking eyeball, a finger down the eyeball hole because it looks weird, or the neck's coming loose, and people are like, look at this shit, and it's like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if
technology then got so good they definitely can put
bro,
on
and that's
suits.
another thing is that, dude, there's technology. The technology that we know right now, we're years behind.
Man.
Like from what they really got. Like first off, look at China.
Right.
Like they got the best, fastest shit in the world. They got all the shit that's like the most technological shit.
So let's go a little deeper. Let's crank up the volume on this. So when we talk about technology and other countries having technology, right, and then how they're probably like 50 years before the citizens that they govern, right?
Mm-hmm. There's your boy Eben Jones.
And we always say, "Oh, what's good, Eb?" And we always say, what we see in the sky is flying saucers. What if that's just not either ancient technology or future technology that we haven't seen as a public yet?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, because the reason why I say it like that is because we've never seen anybody come out of any of these so-called flying saucers that we got videoed. We've never seen.
Those fuckers can dip though, can't they? Bitches
They
is
can
gone.
do a lot of things, right? So if they can dip, let's
appreciate that, Eb.
Let's ask ourselves another question then. If these flying saucers can so-called dip, how did they shoot 4 of them down last year?
Well, see, that's what they said. That's what they said. But then, like, you go to look at the shit and you can't get near it. Nobody can see it. You can't. You know what I mean?
They said they shot 4 down. They said they shot 4 down.
And they ain't got no. They ain't got no visual evidence.
But at first they couldn't catch them.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't believe you. I don't believe nothing you say.
Mm-hmm.
You can fool 90% of them, but 10% of us we don't believe that shit.
Yeah, and it's sad when you walk around, or roll around, and you see people that are just like,
"Hey, you funny,
bro." Like, they just masked up everywhere they go. They in their car by themselves, just masked up. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, look at yourself.
Yeah.
You think like, okay, a little N95 mask, okay?
Facts.
Let's think what they do for fucking Ebola. Let's think of what they do for like, you know what I mean? Real surgeries. Let's think about what they do for like gas, like mustard gas, all of these shits. And you're telling me this little bitty cloth is going to save your life.
Right.
Like, bro, they got you straight up programmed.
They got you programmed. They made you sit down in the house. Why they poisoned you. You know what I'm saying?
And you're paying taxes on every single thing you get.
Yeah, because how can we poison everybody if we make them stay home? Let's put it in their water. They're going to shower it. Everybody take
I done said the wrong word. Watch. I
shit.
said taxes. We're going to get FBI fucking busting down this bitch. And
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Like, oh, shit.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm brainstorming, sir. You ever seen the movie Slip? I'm one of them characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I call it wheelchair. Yeah.
You feel me? I fuck with it too. You know what I'm saying? I knew Rick, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. A long time.
Yeah, we've always had respect for one another. You know, like I said, like it amazes me that there's certain artists out there that I've never done shit with that we've always had respect for each other. You know what I mean? Like, because Mills has jumped on shit with me before because we was a part of Bogdan's days.
Yeah.
And I've done shit with Nick.
Yeah.
I done shit pretty much everybody besides you.
Yeah.
And you done work with everybody I've worked with besides me. So it's like, well, that's fucked up.
But I told you, I remember we wrote some songs, we just never recorded them.
Yeah, the bitches was fire too.
I think we did like 3 on your porch. Cause I was amazed that you could sing for real. I'm like, man, you can't sing, and you just start singing to me right then and there. And I'm like, a lot of motherfuckers is not gonna just start singing.
Bust out, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I hated that shit too when somebody was like, "That's your singing voice," and I was like, whatever, because I used to sing like oldie songs and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you should start singing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was part of BGP at the time, and I was like, well, I don't know, man, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I'm telling you right now, you'd be sick. And then I just started singing. Well, I got a little bit of sing songs with the fucking shit I did with Bogdan, but I don't know. For some reason, I always liked rap when I was younger, doing the shit with Bogdan. Rap was my thing. And then, like, I got a little bit better.
Whatever happened to them guys? Where Bogdan at?
Last I heard from Bogdan, believe it or not, he came back one winter.
Mm-hmm.
I was living with my grandpa, and he came over, and he was going to school, I think, in California.
Mm-hmm.
And he was learning how to do soundtracks for movies.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
that
and
was the last thing I heard.
I had his number and everything, and fucking, we sat down, he showed me some beats and shit. We hung out for like, a few hours, and then he ended up leaving.
Yeah.
And then I never heard from him again. I was like, damn, because this is right before, like, Facebook was a big thing, you know what I mean? Like, we still had MySpace type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I couldn't really get a hold of him. I didn't know anywhere good to get a hold of him. But, dude, I've been seeing... like, on these famous videos, there's, like, a Russian dude in the back, like, rapping, like, I'm like, I wonder if that's fucking Bogdan. It almost looks just like him, but you can't really tell.
We gotta look that shit up.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to check that out.
Yep, because I had got some beats from Nick when I first came around them and shit. They had a whole bunch of Bogdan beats and shit, probably like 8. I think I rapped on all 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? But they was some dope ass fucking beats. I fucked with Bogdan shit. What happened to BGP? Where them guys at?
So I know that Mark, aka Fetty Shots,
Okay.
He's actually started doing his own shit. So he just started coming out and using his own name. So Mark Gorzen.
Okay.
So he's doing some shit. My boy Jeff, he's not really doing much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, who else was in that motherfucker? We had a whole bunch. We had like 13 members at one point.
Man.
HB, Yeah, he's still in
yeah.
Jackson somewhere doing some music. But like Mark's kid, TWI, he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
Everybody started laughing at him at first, but I'm like, laugh all you want, bro. But you know what? At least they fucking doing something.
Yeah, they done created their own lane. Too.
Right.
They doing it their own way. That's why I fuck with TWIs too.
Yep. Oh, Mason, the guitar player, he comes over here. We jam. We do jam sessions. Me, him, and Nick.
I see y'all got the.
We've been fucking around and just trying to see what we can come up with for like I don't even know how many times we've done this shit by now, but we've got one video that's got 33,000 views that we just started out, and it was just nice little ditty. And I'm like, dude, we got to start out every fucking show with a nice little ditty. See if we can get more. But we're starting to focus on starting to do songs like covers. That way, if we really want to go out to a bar or something and do some shit. I just sent.
So y'all a band?
I mean, technically, sorta, yeah, but we don't really consider. We're just a couple guys that get together and chill and play music. But I mean, that's how all bands start, I guess. But I just sent them fucking R. Kelly, When a Woman's Fed Up. I'm like, we got to learn this shit.
You gonna be the lead singer?
Oh, bro, I'll sing that shit.
He said, when a woman's fed up, you gonna
When a woman's fed up. Nah, I ain't gonna do it here. But most of that song, he just talks. You know what I mean? But it was a good song because I love the fucking.
I like that whole album for real. That one. You know, but we ain't gonna talk about him because a lot of people got their
the
feelings,
fucking
you know what I'm saying?
P-tapes and all that shit.
We might get the FBI kicking the door on that. Boom, you had part of that? I don't know nothing. I'm in the know.
I can be like, please surrender. And I'll be like,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
yeah, I like that dude. I had to throw him in there too. All right, well, we are at 105. You want to take a break and I'll just play your video?
Yeah.
All right, give me a minute. I'm going to have to pick this up, and then we're going to play it for the Be Right Back. So you might hear some silence for a second, but we'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yo, I'm going to eat some chicken.
I thought you was going to do that on. I thought you was going to do that on the air, bro.
They ain't bring it back.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
All the other news going on is rather depressing.
Last time I was feeling wavy. Why so abrasive? Embrace me, you brazy. Your lifestyle amusing, my rap style amazing. Say my shit confusing, cause what I talk is sacred. I'm faced with lies after lies, niggas make shit up. Every time that they rhyme, I can't make this up. If everybody's boss, who's the worker? You can be the boss, give me work, watch me work it. It works out like I'm at a gym. Who's the chemist? Watch a nigga backflip, work like a gymnast. I be on that different color font shit, neon shit. Glowing in the dark, cause I'm God sent. Try to bless, but I guess a nigga dealt sins. Introverted artwork, I don't need friends. Keeping it 100, then why niggas pretend? I bent over backwards, they still want me to bend. For real.
Don't make me do what you don't want me to do. Please don't let me go.
Lord.
Please don't let me go.
Lord.
Please don't let me go. No, please, please, please.
This time I'ma give you extra. I'ma give you all me, don't need to stand next to. I was back then, plus I'm now when I'm next to. Took a couple years off, a nigga had to rest up. I'm rested, blessed with a gift, I'm invested. I nested and pested the kids with no breakfast. Eating off El Plaga, that's some hard shit, not God-like. Made a couple plates, gave birth to this hard life. Niggas follow me, do I lead them to sorrow? Bitches suck on me, but I need to be swallowed. Starting beef with me, they like please want no problems. I can kill them all, dropping heat with this product. Flow style fitting all, you ain't how I'm getting off. You can't see the vision, how I picture when I pitch it off. This food for thought, then you can wash the dishes off. Residue on the kitchen wall, you cut, I'm delivered raw.
And we are back.
They ain't give me no sauce.
Poe got a face full of chicken.
They ain't give me no sweet and sour sauce or nothing.
Damn. Oh, y'all went here, huh? Yeah, KFC here. Dude, every single place here where we're at right now sucks. I'm sorry, Albion. Get your fucking shit together, okay? We go to these fast food restaurants, which are poison for us anyway.
Facts.
Then you go there, you spend $30 on something that used to be $12.99. Then they forget to give you the fucking sweet and sour. Or your fries. Or your extra drink. Or a chip. Shit all adds up.
Shit all adds up.
Oh, hello.
They give us a bunch of...
Yeah, I'm
noodles.
live, but I won't show you. You can come in and hang out if you'd like. So, those of you who stayed with us
That's been here since the beginning.
have seen Poe's video that he sent me. What was that one called?
That was called, fuck, I can't remember.
That shit was dope.
Let me look it up. I can't remember.
I think it's misunderstood.
misunderstood. Yeah, I'm on a whole nother mind.
Damn, I'm like, how am I gonna remember this shit? It's been sitting on my damn desktop for fucking months. Ever since I sent it to you, I was like, yo, you care if I use this on one of my shows? You're like, no, go ahead. Yeah, Emerge, man. I'd like to get Eric on here too if you ever want to come on.
Tell him about it.
Yeah, cause I mean, I do dig his fucking video work, bro. Like, dude does some of the coldest video work that I've seen. You know what I mean? And he's been doing it for a long time. I remember. Turn this audio down real quick. I remember when I did a song with fuck, who was it? It wasn't Boots. It was I forget what it was called, but it was like it was something about it was out in front of his house. We had like a red background. Fuck, I suck, man. I'm telling you right now.
The video y'all shot?
Yeah, it was a video. It was me, and it was somebody from like Boots' camp that they was fucking with. It wasn't Mahoney. I did a song with Mahoney too.
Did the video come out?
Yeah, it's out. I'm gonna actually look for it now because I'm sitting here. It's gonna bug the shit out of me.
Just look it up. Yeah, Emerge. He do great work. You know what I'm saying?
He spelled my name Cadience. I remember that. I was always pissed about that. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, it's Cadence, not Cadience. But now I don't give a shit because I don't go by that shit.
Or just y'all three?
No, it was just me and him. Let's see. Emerge. Is it 517 Emerge?
I think
Emerge
it's,
517. And I'm going to type in Cadience like he had it.
Cadience.
Let's see if they get it. Let's see what pops up here. There it is. Big Lou, Emerge, and Cadience. Block on lock.
Big Lou.
Yeah. You know Big Lou?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll give you a little bit of, I'll give you a little taste of that.
Yeah, I'm on some fire shit, that hotter shit, that lava shit. Heads ringing, ears ringing, might catch a body shit.
Yep. That's Big Lou right there.
Where are you going? He leaving us.
Oh, you be all right, Poe.
Nick leaving us.
Nick, you can't leave these guys here.
I asked.
Good, Nick.
They took away like 3 of my options, so. And I asked.
The block on lock, man.
Good. I'm talking shit, man. So,
No,
yeah,
don't worry about it. You can go back there and they still charge you for that shit. Fucking
So,
assholes.
Big Lou, believe it or not, but it was a song that I got on with Big Lou when I was 16 that really got me on the scene of the music shit in Jackson. I was a kid and I sucked. Niggas wouldn't let me in. Well, people wouldn't let me in the studio. And Big Lou never looked at me like that.
Right.
He
Nick,
always
my
looked-
bad. Your shit just popped up after I looked it up.
He always looked at me as a, we gonna play all that shit. I'm gonna have you play that shit too, if you can.
Oh, yeah. Tell your story because we got one more sponsor I got to get to before we end it. But
Go ahead and do it now.
I'll do it now. All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is a good sponsor, guys. This is All for Less Liquidations. They do beat every store's price. If you guys have ever seen these guys, they're awesome. Check them out. $5 brand new clothes, toys, housewares, furniture, appliance, free phones. And they got all, it's like a garage sale on steroids, guys. You can do your little QR code right there, pull your phone up, follow them, Every time they go live, they do online auctions, and you can get shit hella cheap. All for less liquidations. Check them out. All right.
Yeah. But so with Big Lou, yeah, I had met him through this guy named Fox and shit. And they was going to the studio one day. Excuse me, and I go with him. And that was the first day I met Mr. Dirty.
Who's that?
You don't know who Mr. Dirty is?
Mm-mm.
You don't know Mr. Dirty? He was the big white guy that made the beats and did covers and shit like that. About 3 years ago, he was walking to work and the girl walked up on him and shot him.
What?
Just out of the blue.
Nah.
You ain't hear about that?
I ain't hear
either?
about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had just met him and Big Lou. We wasn't even really friends like that, but he let me get on a song of his. And from that song, that's when all the older people around Jackson, you know what I'm saying, started to let me get on more music. And then I brought my cousin Kool-Aid in with me and shit. And
It's definitely like steps to it. Like once you get in, people around look and be like, "Oh, okay, he got it. He got a little bit of something. Yeah, I guess we can put him on something." I mean, that was kind of like us. Anybody. I mean, if you're at a certain level of, you know what I mean, what you're doing, and you're happy with that, to bring anybody in from the outside, it's kind of weird. I think that's kind of what happened with Adam. Rest in peace, my guy. You know what I mean? When he came into BGP, I think we did a couple songs, but like, I think he kind of wanted in, and it just never happened. So then he ended up moving over with all them doing the RMG thing.
yeah, I didn't know that he started with y'all first.
Well, he started with me first, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know
when he
that.
first, I think I was like 13 years old. He moved next door to my grandma and grandpa. And my grandma, God rest her soul, was like, "Get out there and go play with that new boy."
Right.
And I was like, "I don't want to go out there and play with that new boy. What the fuck?"
Right.
She's like, "Go out there and play with that new
kid."
boy." Yeah, so I was like, "All right." So I went out there and I met him and we started talking. And he was like, "You smoke weed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do."
Right.
He's like, "Come on, I got some fucking weed, we'll smoke." Boom, instant friends. And you come outside and start doing kickflip, skateboard and shit.
Yeah, I heard he used to
And
skateboard.
I was like, "Bro, you like rap at all?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I listen to fucking 3-6, blah, 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 blah." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, check this out." And I showed him the shit that I did with Bogdan.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, damn." He was like, "Man," like, started getting into it. Like, he was interested. Well, all of a sudden, then he was like, started coming up with raps and shit.
Yeah.
Then we just started hanging tight, and I started making beats with him. He had a little laptop, and when he got Fruity Loops, I started making beats on Fruity Loops. We'd be in a trailer drinking.
Right.
Getting drunk, me, him, and his wife and shit. We'd be fucking making little songs up.
I remember Fruity Loops.
Yep. Then he was like, "Just wait, man. Just wait. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to buy some shit, bro. You just wait. Watch." And this motherfucker did. Got money. Started coming up. Started buying shit.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, come on. So I went over there. We created some hooks. Did some shit. Music got a little better and better and better. And, bro, I got shit we did when we first started out. We called it was a DRP, Distinctive Records Productions. But no, it was, and then it blossomed into what it became. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was kind of like, it was weird. It was like we was boys, but then we was kind of like on opposite camps. So it was like, well, didn't know how to feel about each other for a while.
When I met AR, I remember how I met AR. It was in the middle of me beefing with Emerge. To be crazy about it, I'm beefing with Emerge, and Mike Jones, like, I be recording at AR crib. So we all at the club. I'm at the club one day, and I see Mike Jones there. He said, "Let me introduce you to AR." It's my first time ever meeting
Mike
AR.
Jones. I remember Mike. I like Mike. Mike's cool.
Yeah, me too. He introduced me to AR and shit. And AR was like, "Oh, this L Poe, I don't fuck with him, man. I don't like how you Emerge.
Oh,
You
shit.
was talking about da 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 da." And I'm like, "Huh? That ain't even got nothing to do with you. I don't even know you for real. You know what I'm saying?"
Right. Kind of put a
So-
bad taste in your mouth. Right off rip.
Yeah. So then later on, maybe like a year or two later, I had did a track and I had said something about it on the track, and they took it as a diss. So me and AR was kind of at odds for a minute, but we ended up getting cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Over time, and we talked about them situations and laughed about them situations. So
Yeah,
it
it's
was-
all
it
about
was
growing
never
up, man.
nothing-
You got to think, we was all kids, too. I mean, shit. I feel like we're just now starting to come into adulthood.
Tracks.
Yeah, I mean, even though, I mean, shit, I got kids, 12 years old? Shit, you know what I mean? It's just something about being being a man, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, especially when you're living in the place where we're living at, doing what we were doing in the surrounding environment that we're surrounded by. It's like we only got so much options.
Shit. I mean, yeah, I look at that shit. That shit was fun. I don't regret it. It was fun. It was fun during the time. It was fun.
You learned from it.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the bravado and the camaraderie and the just like, to me it was like a sport.
Bro, you know, I will say this about that: the camaraderie is that we could all be out at the same spot, right? We'd all see each other in the camps and shit. And for the most part, none of us really had any beef with each other. But if an outside motherfucker came in there with his squad, oh no, now you fucking with 517. Now it's like we all gonna band together like Mighty Morphin fucking Power Rangers in this bitch. Yeah. Do some drop kicking across some bars, and you're gonna see some chairs being thrown. Luckily, it never came to that though. But this is back in the day, motherfuckers will still fight. You know what I mean? We still throw hands. We didn't give a fuck. Ain't no guns being pulled.
Man, one time we had to take a gun with us. We had went to Lansing to do a show, and we had one of my homeboys, you know, Sinatra Slugs. You know how he dressed differently than the rest of us. Right?
Oh yeah, like Frank Sinatra.
So look, we got this pistol with us, and we can't take this in the club.
Here's Sinatra.
No, we didn't say it. He said, "I'll take it.
I'll take it.
They'll never search me. Look at how I'm dressed."
Oh my god!
Listen, and it worked.
No way. They didn't search you?
Man, they didn't
know. Hell no.
They flip-flopped. They hung me upside down, dumped everything out of my pockets. They let him walk through with a gun on him.
That's fucking hilarious.
And the whole time in there, he was in there by himself. He was just walking around doing his thing. But I like him, and I like him on the team as being in the rap shit like that, because he like a wild card. Even when it come to music and shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep certain people around me and shit. Mm-hmm. He like a wild card.
That's almost like something where you're like, you know what? I know the perfect person because you don't trust nobody else with it. And you're like, just jump out here real quick for me.
Facts. I mean, but I trust him, and I trust that he gonna do what he gonna do the way that he gonna do it. I met Nick when I was 9.
Bro, the first song that we did together, I think, was "That's Life, That's What They Say." Remember that one? Yep. Fucking the way that he hit that beat, I was like, bro, it wasn't supposed to work. It wasn't supposed to work. He fucking it was like he was doing off cadence type shit, but at the end it fit together, and I was like, all right. And at the time I was kind of like, I don't know if I like that. Well, you know, obviously the older you grow, the more you hear it, you're like, all right, that was like actually kind of fucking above its time, and it worked out pretty good for what it was. But yeah, I don't know, man. It kind of saddens me to think that where would have went if we would have kept doing what we was doing, with Bo down those days. I guess it kind of spread out. We did what we were supposed to do. You're always where you're supposed to be, no matter what. But,
right, true.
Yeah,
true.
it's always it's where could we have been? What would we, became?
I think about that during the part where, because at one point in time, when Mahoney was him and Twink and all of these people was running the Foundry. It was the Rocket at that time. We had a nice stronghold on it too, because I was cool. I was cool with all these people. You know what I'm saying? Even though we was beefing with certain camps, I remember I talked to Mahoney one time and I said, Mahoney, y'all keep throwing the same show with the same people on it. Mahoney said, so who should I have on it? Mm-hmm. I said, you should have me. And then I named about 2 or 3 of my enemies' camps. And he said, why would we put them on there if you at odds with those guys? I said, because that sells. Even though I'm at odds,
that's a good point.
Even though I'm at odds with those guys musically, mentally, I'm on a different level. You see what I'm saying? So when we did the shit, it worked out. Everybody came. But the people that we had associated ourselves with, it was a kind of jealousy thing, and me and one of the guys ended up getting into a fist fight.
That's not where that happened.
I ain't gonna put nobody's name or business.
Because I remember when
there.
that shit was the Rocket back in the day. That shit was wild, bro. That was a wild, wild west. You want to go to the wild, wild west? You go to the Rocket, motherfucker.
We
get
didn't
ready.
fight at the Rocket. We fought outside at a store.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But in the daytime too. But shit had got different. But if I think that if people would have kept doing it that way and kept on doing shows together, even with your enemy, and realize that this shit is really like a business. It's like these people is your co-workers, and we all trying to make money. I think that's what they figured out down south and Detroit and shit. These people is your co-workers. We all trying to make money. We can't make money if we all beefing with each other. We gotta kind of beef with each other, but work together.
Like a showmanship. You gotta do like kind of like, well, all the world's a stage, motherfucker. Let's play the part. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So if it's teams like basketball, the basketball players don't fucking play against each other and then go shoot each other in the parking lot. They fucking play against each other, take the W and the L, and go on to the next place, and everybody get paid. If they do it like that in music, then motherfuckers will get someone.
Yeah, that's why, like, man, when we started the episode off, we was talking about the fucking beefs. I just don't give a shit anymore. The last real fucking beefs, bro, was East Coast, West Coast. Like, and even that shit, I've seen people were talking about. All that shit was manufactured to sell records.
It was.
And not only that, but to start fucking violence between, like,
two coasts.
Anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be black or white or whatever. It's just blue and red. Yeah. So if you motherfucker walking down through the hood in a red scarf or whatever, and somebody's like, oh, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, East Side for life. Boom, 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 boom. That's what they want.
All of it is to manufacture fear in your neighborhood. It's all manufactured.
Right. Why do you think they let NWA make all those hit records, bro? They didn't just do that. Like, back in those days, they didn't have the internet.
I think
so. They got pushed like that. Movie, you know what I mean? Like,
I think the movie CB4 was NWA.
Bro, man, why did I forget about that? That's a great fucking movie. That's Chris Rock and fucking.
Think about it. In NWA, it was only two gangsters. The two gangsters was
Eazy-E and Ice Cube.
No, Ice Cube was a college kid.
Oh, you're right.
Dr. Dre was a beat maker.
Yeah.
We got to think, and then I didn't know this when I was growing up. I still think the hardest face I ever seen is Ice Cube's. I'm like, he can never be a soft nigga to me. Ice Cube is the.
He just got that fucking hard,
hard look. Even if he nice, he just look hard to me. You see what I'm saying? So for me to find out who Ice Cube was for real, and for me to find out that Snoop Dogg wasn't a pimp for real, and this nigga married his motherfucking high school sweetheart. It's like it's all a facade. It's all to sell records. He talk about bitches and hoes, but he go home to his wife. Stop lying to these people and tell the truth. Don't nobody want to hear truth music. They want to hear live music.
Right.
So, but the live music is what the people think is real.
Right, or that's what secretly they want, they crave, because they want that. You know what I mean? They've already got it in their head.
They think it's real. They make it real.
Like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Or like wrestling. Like now that's what kills me about wrestling. People now openly know that shit's fake, right?
They don't give a fuck.
Like, it's okay, like, I don't want to say fake, but like they're literally not punching each other as hard as they can. This is all like it's like a play.
Scripted and shit.
Right, which so like now people understand that, but they're bigger than ever. Like, look at how much money these motherfuckers are bringing in. And that's it. All the world's a stage. If you can play a part and you can give people entertainment no matter what. Just like this, bro. I didn't want to do this at first. I was like, when I got out of the hospital, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? All I wanted to do was sit with her on the porch and watch cars go by. That's all I gave a fuck about, because I was alive. You know what I mean? Right. Then my buddy Mason came over and we was talking one day, and he was like, man, why don't we just start a podcast? And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Fuck it. I had a little bit of extra money. I'm like, what do you need for a podcast? He's like, a couple of microphones, really, and like a recording thing. So I already had my computer. We went in on this, which is a PodTrack P8 Pro. It's got like 6 outlets to plug in microphones, all the buttons, the fucking... So I bought that shit.
Program like Word, like
yeah.
Okay.
You can program all kinds of shit on this, and you can record your whole thing. You can, this it's a pretty nice little machine. But then once I did that, I got 2 microphones, the computer, and I'm like, all right, why don't we just do it like Joe Rogan then and have a fucking camera? You know what I mean? So I bought a couple cameras. First I bought 1 camera, then I bought 2 cameras. Now we got fucking
5,
6, 7, 8. I don't know. Too many. I got too many cameras where I can't plug them all in. Put it that way.
Yeah. I think this is a great idea. I think after more people see it and more people get into it, and if you get like juicy content on here, it'll pop off. Sometimes it just take longer than what I'm saying. Other people's shit. I wouldn't stop doing it.
No, and like one person said to me, it was a woman. I can't remember her name, but she was like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you put it out there, people are going to watch it. People are going to listen to it. Yeah. And I'll be damn sure enough, dude, my RSS, which is not even the video, but audio. Yeah. Like, dude, I'm worldwide, literally. Like, I got, people downloading my shit in Australia, Africa, fucking China, North Korea, South Korea. Yeah, it's just nuts. But,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I gotta go do my thing, and then show's yours. So take over. I'll play some Tony Hatch for you.
Go ahead and play some Tony Hatch, man.
Yeah, you talk to the people.
I'm gonna go ahead and serenade these microphones.
Tell people to talk to you in the comments. You can see them.
Yeah, let me turn my comments on. I got a couple people with me and shit. I don't know if they want to talk and get on the mic, but I brought my cousin with me. My cousin AJ. You know what I'm saying? You would have to come sit right here and talk on the mic. I got my boy Nicky Sinatra Slugs with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have brought my boy Soda. He didn't answer the phone, but since I've been here, I think Soda called me and shit. It's another brother of mine. My brother got it. It's a bunch of people that I could have brought with me, but these two people came with me. You know what I'm saying? I brought these two people because, for one, Nick. You know what I'm saying? I knew him since I was 9. You know what I'm saying? You don't know him like I know him. I understand him 100%. AJ, I brought him because I knew him since he was 9. No, he my cousin. How many every years older than him? Let me see. I'm like 5-7 years older than him, so I knew him about since he was 0 and I was 7, right? And I brought him because he know me 100%. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like, it's kind of like a triad. We kind of doing it like that, but if you want some studio time, you can hit up AJ, Alfonso Botre. No, I don't know what Nick do. Nick, what you do, man? What you do these days? You still be singing at the old folks' homes and shit?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm right here.
I'll let you.
Well, here you go. Come sit down. No, you gotta come sit down right here. You
I'm
sit.
coming here with you. Look, we ain't taking over the goddamn son of a bitch. He told me to do it. Hi.
Tell him what you do. Tell him what you do, man.
I do lots of things. No, I'm just playing. Okay.
Got TikTok.
Hello, everybody. No, what I really do is I'm an insurance agent, and I kind of run a sales department, and any kind of auto, home, casualty insurance.
It helps if you talk into the microphone.
Where is it? Oh, dang, it's right here. I'm talking into my shoulder. I don't
Yeah.
know what's really going on. Thank you, Rick.
There you go. No problem.
Poe made me sit down. I promised I wasn't going to sit here. I told him to stay, and I was just going to go over his shoulder.
Yeah, this particular microphone is all fucked up too. I gotta fix it.
I just wanted you to tell them
I know.
that you still singing.
No, yeah, I absolutely still sing. And honestly, anytime, anywhere, it's usually been live on TikTok. I go on there and I sing a couple songs when I get home from work, maybe make a 50 cents or so doing it, and makes me feel good. Besides that, like I said, work life is insurance. Still write raps in my head almost constantly. Can't get them out of there. They just won't leave.
You gonna write something on paper so we can record?
Right now,
I'm talking about anytime soon.
I don't have a piece of paper or a pen.
This guy's a talented individual.
Who, Poe? Hell yeah, he's one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. This guy is a genius. Are you kidding me?
I was talking about you, but okay.
You see how I'm
Poe
talking
too.
like I've got a broken neck? I'm over here.
Put it on your head.
I'm over here.
Put it on top of your head.
I ain't taking my head
Man,
off.
you got 5 minutes, man. Go ahead. Put it on top of your head.
Oh, poster on it. He's like, you get 5 minutes. I get a 5-minute break. All right, Slugs. Let's talk about this then. So the days with Bogdan.
Mm-hmm.
Where was you at in life? Like when I met you, what was you doing?
My main passion was music. Mm-hmm. Can you hear me okay? That's the
Yeah, you're good, bro.
That's the main thing that I wanted to do. That being said, I haven't always been the most consistent person. So I wanted to go in there and I wanted to take my time. I wanted to, mind you, this is a time before social media. This is a time before any type of digital communication devices. So we were limited as to what we could do. And on the same token, there was a lot less individuals in a given range, that meaning area of a city that can actually do it. You only have like maybe one person in 3 square miles that can actually record a song. Right. So now you have every other house, if not every house, could just record a song if they had to. They could do it with their iPhone. And they might be able to make a hit that goes viral with an iPhone. You might be able to make $25 million off an iPhone song and make zero off of professional quality.
Right. Absolutely. That's because of technology nowadays, though.
So long story short, I didn't do what I was supposed to, man. I ain't flow with the times. I ain't get on the Facebook. I was stubborn and fucking. So at that point, when I was at Bogdan's house, I had a few more different friends from a few more different places that are now deceased, if that tells you anything. So I kind of went in that direction. Not necessarily. I wasn't any kind of. You can say drug dealer on. You can say.
Oh yeah, you can say that.
I wasn't any type of drug dealer. I didn't see myself as that. I mean, obviously, I would do something or make some money off of something if I absolutely had to. But at the same time, I would not go against my morals to do anything I thought was wronging somebody else. If that makes sense. So I figured that was a good, viable model to be able to live the rest of my life off. I'll just steal when it's good for the community and worth it, and then I'll be all good and fucking.
Right. Steal. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yes.
Right.
And when I say steal, these are organized.
These are
happenings.
loose terms, folks.
These are organized happenings, big bulk items that nobody loses on and gets insurance, and that's kind of been the story ever since then. You know, you can always find me with L Poe. I'm here to pay homage to one of my very good friends throughout life, and I hope he's doing well. So
yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming in there,
yeah,
bud. Sinatra Slugs, folks. Let's give him a round of applause for stepping in. Give him Poe a quick smoke break there.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So where were we when we left off here?
We was
The Anunnaki.
We was was we?
No,
let's go there.
I just fucking
Let's go there.
just threw the whole fucking
Listen.
towel up.
I got somebody with me that don't want to be on camera and don't want to talk. But this guy, he's great in all these areas.
This
but
guy
whatever.
right here?
We
I'm
just
looking
going
at- oh,
nah,
shit.
not
Look at
him.
him, look at him.
You
He's
got
like,
to you got to
nah.
do your own little thing with him. You know, he have his
Right.
own time. He don't want 5 minutes of mine.
Nah,
he
you're
want
good.
24 of his own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, stay right here because I'm gonna hit it real quick. I'm gonna pass it right back to you.
So yeah,
There you go.
what do you think about the Anunnaki, Nibiru, and the
I don't know. To be
planet?
honest with you, I haven't really like studied a lot of it. I heard it's like an ancient civilization or an ancient,
Didn't they say that the people from Nibiru or the Anunnaki
was the Anunnaki? Yeah, like, and they're
Was
coming
it-
back to claim their planet or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, but wasn't they the Sumerians?
See, and that's another thing. It's like, bro, there's so many fucking so you got like a family tree.
So
There's
it's
so
like-
many fucking
so-
branches off of this shit. It's like I can't
the way
even
I
wrap my
look
head
at
around
it, the way I look at it is like this: Anunnaki. So Anu is like the father of the Anunnaki. So that's where they get the Anu. The Naki is the rest of the people. That's where they get Anunnaki. So it was Anu is the one, and then Anunnaki is the rest of them. And then when they came to, I guess, Earth from their planet system, Rizq, from the 19th galaxy,
Riz.
and you know what I'm saying, the Nibiru craft / planet, whatever they depicted it as, the story goes. I think they became the Sumerian, or they made the Sumerians. Am I right, AJ?
I believe or something like they came down and made it with the women. Right?
Oh, they made it with the human women or something.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it
Okay.
made like a it
Okay,
made
yeah.
like a super.
I believe the
being or something.
civilization were the
Yeah.
Sumerians.
Okay. So
Now we do have
so
another
boom.
microphone. I
So
don't know if
boom.
you want. He's like, no.
Right. So the first civilization was the Sumerians, right? So boom, if we could say that, and the Anunnaki created them.
We can say
and
whatever
then-
we want as long as we don't talk about vaccine misinformation.
And then if we look up, I don't know nothing about the V word or
Exactly.
or the C word.
I'm just
with
saying
the
what they
numbers.
told me not to say.
Right. But if we look at that, and then if we say that the Sumerians was the first people, because a lot of people say they go with the Sumerian cosmology, and the Sumerians say that they came from another planet. But if you type in the Sumerian cosmology, the Sumerians believed that we lived under a firmament. They didn't believe
so
that
then again,
they came,
it's almost like
they
we're
didn't
living in a
believe-
snow globe, kind of, where you can't get out.
Facts,
You know what I mean?
facts,
And like you
facts.
got a creator that's just sitting here watching the whole thing go down. And
So then what is the story of the Anunnaki?
See, I don't know that either. I haven't gotten deep into this shit.
That's what I'm saying. We need to go down some rabbit holes.
It's like I know. Okay, so I
out.
know of these things we speak of, but I've never like indulged and divulged into the information underneath the top layer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard the hearsayings about briefly, but I have never really because I know this. If I did, it's gonna take me fucking weeks, right? Like I'm gonna be fucking weeks into this shit. And I'm just gonna be like, fuck.
Shit, I done been years into it, man. It's fun down these rabbit holes. Some of them.
Some of them. You gotta let yourself not get fucking taken over.
Yeah, don't get taken over. Don't lose your mind and just be like water.
Don't follow that crazy crack-headed rabbit.
You gotta listen to your current ancestors like Bruce Lee and all them the current people that say be like water, you know what I'm saying, and just don't form to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once you become formless, then you can accept the information for what it is, not necessarily form to it.
That's nice. I like the way you put that.
Yeah, because a lot of people fall into certain shit and become it.
Like, you got to be over here. You got to be a square shape. I'm sorry. You can't. The square's over here. You're a circle. Get the fuck over there.
Get the fuck
circles,
over there.
right?
Oh, you a triangle. The triangles line up over there. The X's is over there. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I can fit in any of them because I can form to any of them. I can form to a triangle, a circle, a square, and X. Especially if I want to learn the knowledge of it.
Right.
You know
or
what
if you
I'm
play
saying?
PlayStation.
Yeah,
you'll know exactly what buttons to hit.
Man, facts. You gotta hit the brr, brr, brr.
Oh yeah, the
that.
fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually an Xbox guy.
Hey, listen.
I'm actually an Xbox guy.
I watched this guy on YouTube named Bro Sanchez, and he'd be like, "Becky, drop a bomb on him."
Here's the bomb button.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta get me a bomb button. We actually have a bomb button on here that if somebody shares it, then you'll hear it go. And their name will pop up.
Oh, that's dope.
It's pretty sick. We also have another button on here where if we get a new follower, like on Facebook, I think, you'll hear MG42 crack off real quick, which is a really loud machine gun, really fast shooting machine gun.
So how many episodes do you have on this?
Bro, on YouTube alone, I think I have over 300 episodes.
Damn, how long you been doing this?
Since 2022. End of 2021, beginning of 2022.
So you must do an episode a week.
Well, see, here's the thing. I didn't really start doing this for real until I got here. Once I was in the wheelhouse, then I was like, all right, full steam ahead type shit.
Right.
And that was pretty much only we moved in here 2 years ago, April 20th, 420. We moved in 2 years ago. So I would say probably roughly about a good year and a half I've been going hard. You know what I mean? So the thing that really gets the most, always watches the Wheelchair Wednesdays, because I come up every single Wednesday. We talk to a new wheelchair user, and then they get a chance to tell their story. Yeah. And I ask them 10 questions, and you know what I mean? It is what it is.
So you got to kind of set up in a platform the way you do it.
Well, yeah. So like those I actually have written out on a calendar, so I have everybody's names. Like this just kind of popped up, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it when I'm not busy. Let's do it, whatever. Yeah. But this shit like the Rick and Rowdies I do every other week. So we do every 2 weeks. We do that show. Right. And each show has its own demographic. You know what I mean? Like it's always got one variant. Always me. Like I'm always here, but each show flows different. Like with me and Nick, Big Nick, which is the Rick and Nick show. That's who that flag's for, the Puerto Rican flag. Dude, he'll just sit there and we'll smoke and we'll talk about old times, kind of like what we're doing, but our experiences and shit like that. And then we'll just bullshit. Yeah. Just kind of the same shit. And it's funny because I was thinking about downloading videos, but I was like, I ain't got to do that because I know what kind of person you are. We're just gonna, we're gonna feed off each other. We're gonna go back and forth, and I mean that's what people really want to hear. That I mean, when you're playing videos and shit on current events and what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I feel like that's just played out. You know what I mean? Yeah. If people want to see what's going on, all they gotta do is pick up their fucking phone. Yeah,
motherfuckers can leave a comment and say some shit, ask some questions and shit. But to get back on track and shit.
Yeah, do that because I usually very.
What's your take on the whole flat or round or square Earth?
Glad you asked that, Larry.
Yeah, we going back. We ain't running from
it. I have no theory really. Here's the thing. I know that in my heart, you know what I mean? Like there's something or someone above us that's, the All Father or the Lord or whatever you want to call him. I call him Lord. I right behind you. As for me and my wheelhouse, we shall serve the Lord.
You think it's a man?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I don't even
was just
know.
wondering
You know what I
section.
mean? Like, you can people put gender on it, but it's
Yeah.
like I think if you're that powerful of a being, how can you be a gender?
Man. I
What
like
about
that.
what about like a form of energy, or like a big controller of all, or like a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I believe it's Lord, and I think that they put him, like, you know, Jesus came to earth. I do believe that Jesus came to earth. Otherwise, why would there be millions and millions of books written on it?
Okay, we can get into that.
Okay,
you
so
want to go down that lane?
So now here's the thing.
This is a different lane. We
Well-
can switch it. I mean,
Right,
or we
right.
can stay on the flat Earth. We can go
Okay.
to what I
Well,
think
you know
about
what?
Jesus.
Let's save that
Okay,
for
we'll
next
save
time
that.
because we're already at 1:44.
Okay.
So we'll do 2 hours, which
Okay.
means we got about 15 minutes.
Okay.
But like, you know what I mean? I can tell you come back. We'll have a good little fucking sesh. We can jump him on there too. Put him in there.
Yeah, I talk him into it.
Yeah, we'll put you over here. We'll just give you a camera and a fucking thing, and
Yeah.
microphone. It's no big deal. Like we just hanging out chatting.
Yeah.
So the flat Earth theory, I can't prove or disprove. I'm not a scientist. I don't have a rocket I can shoot up in the air and look around myself.
Right.
I've been to the Sears Tower,
Right.
and in my mind, I think in my mind, I thought that I seen maybe a curve of the Earth.
You seen a
But
curve.
some people were like, "Oh, well, the windows are shaped like that to make you see
I didn't
that."
see
or-
a curve.
I don't know. It was so long ago. I was only like, I think it was like 9 years old, 10
I
years
went.
old.
I went last year.
Yeah. See, so you
It's current.
you got a very current view.
Very current. It's and it was not curved. It was
Well,
flat.
and if the flat Earth was so easy to be disproved, it would have been disproved. It would have been done. Nobody would,
facts.
yeah, it would stop being talked about. But it hasn't been disproved. So, what is your theory? Like, we're all in just this flat Earth circle, and like with a dome above it, and then the Creator does what He does, or what?
Well, my theory is, if you know anything about torus fields and how they work, and how a toroidal field works, and how it's shaped, like the shape of it, and if you cut open any fruit or vegetable that we have, it's shaped like a torus field with the seed in the middle.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So with the seed in the middle, right. So if you look at where we're at, if we're inside a torus field, we would be where the seed is at in the middle, which is the plane of inertia. Now we can go outside and we can see that we in like a little sliver of life because we can't breathe above the clouds. We can kind of see how far up we can breathe. You get what I'm saying? Then it
Right.
changes into something else. With the flatness part of it, what got me into that was Twink. You know what I'm saying? I go to his house.
Good old ATG.
Man.
Shut up.
Man.
Sorry, I just put that on everything now.
I go to his crib and shit, and he introduced it to me, and I'm like, man, you crazy. So I go to the crib, and I stumble across it, and so I dive into it. But I dive into it to disprove it. I
Yeah.
dive into it like these guys are crazy. I'm about to prove to them that the Earth is round. So I'm like the best way to do it was with airplane pilots.
Yep.
So when I go to these airplane pilots like the Earth is flat. The coordinates would change. Everything would change all the time. Or everything. How can you land on a moving? You know what I'm saying? They don't dip. They airplane shit. That still wasn't enough for me. So I'm like that don't still prove nothing. So then they start talking about flight patterns, like on a ball, how it go like in a zigzag motion and shit. Like you gonna have a layover in Canada, you leaving from Florida, but you going to Africa. Why don't you just fly straight across the ocean? Instead, you go from Florida to Canada to Africa, right? And I'm like, why the layover in Canada? Why this big zigzag? But when they put it on all these zigzag flights on a flat map, they was just flying in a straight line. That kind of started making me make me really like look into it, right? Real crazy. So now I'm like kind of believing it. So then I found this guy named Bro Sanchez, and he broke it down.
That's funny because my cousin's name was Joe Sanchez. Shout out Joe. He's dead now, but shout out anyway.
Right. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But he broke it down a lot. And for anybody that's listening, you know what I'm saying, because I ain't got enough time to break it down for you. Just go on just look for it. You know what I'm saying?
Go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, go down the rabbit hole yourself. I can't prove nothing for you. I can't change your mind. I'm not here to convert you. I'm just here to tell you what I think and what I believe and what I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is something where you're not gonna be honest. When I first heard that, I was like,
To the no, no, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me too.
But then again, you think about it, and it's like, okay, depending on your beliefs, well, that's the thing. It all boils down to when you figure out that first little fucking, you cross that first line and realize that you've been lied to.
Yeah.
Just in your regular schooling, or like, you know what I mean, like
a small lie,
just something small, stupid. Then that
once
leads
you
to
find
the trail.
the small lies, then you find the medium lies. Once you find the medium lies, and you like, damn, the medium lies is kind of big. It's way easier to find the big lies. Not now you know everything is a lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they're like, don't trust the fucking media. Don't trust none of that
That's
shit.
why.
No, somebody said, trust none of what you hear and only half of what you see.
Half of what you see. That's why in certain religions, they only tell you to read those religious books or you'll get lost. Oh, don't read no other religion, you'll get lost. I say read all the religions.
Right. Put it all together, because somewhere in there has got to be a coincidental truth.
To me, it's like this. Every religion is like, say you gather up a whole bunch of people, suspects. You got 7 of them, 7 different religions, right? You ask the first person, tell me what happened. Basically, tell me about what you think about God. And they tell you, you just gonna run with that one person, or is you gonna hear the rest of the people?
Right.
The rest of the world only run with that one person. Me and the people I'm around, we like water. We want to hear everybody's side of the story, and that's how we so fluent and we move through like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once you know, you know. But do your own research to get to your own levels in life, your own places you need to be.
See, I think that's something too that we'll get into next time. We'll probably get a lot of people that are like, what's he going to say? I want to hear this. You know what I mean? About the religion. Because once you start putting religion into it, then people start getting defensive.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's like, well,
that's
see,
good.
like me, and it's so I'll tell you right now, like you said, it's a spiritual thing. I believe that somewhere, somebody in my fucking situation came in and pretty much put their foot in to help me still be here today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I died twice. There was no way I should have fucking lived through that.
Well, that somebody, think about this. This is a crazy theory. What if that somebody was a higher version of you? What if all the somebodies is a higher version of you?
Don't they got a TV show like that?
I don't know, do they?
It's like some kind of time traveler sort of shit.
The Looper
or something
movie,
like that.
I seen the movie with Bruce Willis, The Looper, where it was like 2 versions. Like he was going back, like he had a job where motherfuckers fleeing from the future, and then he'd shoot them, and then when you kill, and he'd get silver bars, and then when you kill yourself, the person will have gold bars.
Bro, I don't know. That's too much for me to think about right now.
Yeah, it is.
See, we've done put not only my brain, but I'm sure the listeners and the viewers' brains around so many damn obstacles and clouds that they're just gonna be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what the fuck was they talking about?
Let me rewind and figure out exactly
man.
how did this go from this to this to this to this. Man, I warned y'all, this shit goes crazy. We bounce from one thing to another. We ain't got no itinerary.
They thinking L Poe. Oh, L Poe about to go on here, rap a whole bunch of bars, promote some music. I'm into everything. That I might can do that next time, but this time we had a certain subject that we was gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I ain't spitting no bars. I ain't into no music right now and shit.
Well, and it's good to feel each other out too, so to speak, to know like where we stand on certain things and what we would, you know, what our, I guess our, not boundaries, but our fucking, you know what I mean? Like what subjects that we're comfortable talking to and discussing. Yeah. And I like your, you know, your theory driven mind where you're like, all right, what about this? Because I mean, we've talked about some shit today where I was like, damn, never thought about that.
Yeah.
But it's certain things I think that we don't want to think about because we don't want to disrupt our regular life.
How much time we got left?
We got about 8 minutes.
Oh, okay. We got enough.
We got a little bit of time. Don't worry. If that music in the background is bugging you guys, just let me know.
No, I mean it's straight to me. What I will say is it's a lot of things that they put out there that we just don't ask questions about. Like nobody asks the question of who is Santa Claus and why is the North Pole important?
Right. Or can we even get to the North Pole?
So listen, I'm about to explain to you what furthered my education on knowing that the Earth is flat, and this is a major jewel. You hit the music already? Okay, good.
Yep.
So when you take a compass, and they say that the strongest thing in the universe is supposed to be what? The sun, right?
Yep.
It's so bigger than the everything, right?
Controls. Well, I don't know. The moon controls the tides, though, right?
The moon, then, right? So why, when I pull out my compass, where do my compass point to?
North.
The North Pole, the North Star.
Mm-hmm.
The strongest thing in my universe is where Santa Claus go. Hence, the North Pole. The power system that we see in the sky, they call it the Northern Lights, or the Aurora Borealis, which is a aura. The word aura is in there, which what I was telling you. We live inside of an auric field, and we live on the plane of inertia. You can look all this up. You know what I'm saying, for the listeners. It's called the auric field. Look up how that works. And the plane of inertia. That is, it's like chakra layers. That's why you got to learn Hinduism and Christianity. And because then if you don't learn these other spiritual avenues, then you won't know about chakra layers. You won't know how to connect the stories. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we got to get Twink on here, too, next time. Because he was supposed to come on here, and he never did.
Can you have call-ins?
We can. Yeah.
That'd be dope for next time, because we have like...
I would have to know ahead of time, though, because I have to get it set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so with the compass thing, that's a good way to look at it. If you believe that your Earth is controlled by the sun, what's controlling the thing is the middle pole, which is the North Pole, and it's spinning everything around, which is the sun and the moon in a circle like that, and it's going over your plane. That's why they call it an airplane. They don't call it an air round. You fly in an airplane over a plane. We all went to school. We know what a plane is. It's a flat surface.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. You got your planes, you got your mesas, you got your...
But this information that we saying is going against what they teaching us worldwide. So who in the fuck will believe you? You a crazy person to the... You got to be willing to be laughed at to even speak anything that I'm speaking out of my mouth or have any of these certain theories and believe it at the same time. You got to be a crazy person to the other people that believe what they have been programmed. Mm-hmm. You know?
Damn, Poe. Fucking crazy way we're going here. I like it. You know what? I need more interviews like this with people. Only because
I know the people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I know the people that want to get on this. They want to get on here and express the way they feel in any kind of way. It's probably people that want to. They probably watching like, how I want to get on there. They probably gonna be inboxing me, and I'm gonna just shoot them to you.
Right.
You know
and I just gotta tell you, we can't do everybody.
Yeah, I mean, just do what you do. I don't know who you do.
I mean, and then again, because it's like
me.
this, right? It's like this. It's like this. I trust certain people who I trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I give my address and let people come to me that I know for sure are like cool people.
Like I'm gonna send them to you. I'm here. I don't know about them. I know I'm.
No, you're good. I turned off the landmines and put the
the
dogs up for you. You're good.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys see those signs up the driveway when you rolled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, at nighttime it's dope too. You'd like this shit. The whole thing fucking lights up.
Yeah, but so with the Sumerians, when I looked up their cosmology, it was drawn in the same way. When I looked up the Egyptians' cosmology, when they draw, I don't know their names specifically, but it's like Shem, Nut, and I forgot their names.
Oh, they're
with the lady with the
their gods or whatever that they.
No, it's a picture with this lady over the front, and she got like the stars as her body. Then it's like a man in the middle. That's the North Pole, and then it's like the sun and the moon in there, and then somebody laying on the ground.
Appreciate that, Mark.
As the body and shit. In all these civilizations, they all painted the cosmology the same until we get to NASA, which was made by who again? Walter
von Braun, German Nazi.
And Walt Disney. And that's what
you know what? I want to get into that. Next time you come out, give me a minute. We'll get some show notes. I want to get some videos because there's some shit we could show on here that we could be like, all right, pull up clip, you know what I mean, clip A or clip B. You find some shit, send it to me, and we'll play that shit.
Okay, bet. Got it.
So I mean, I got everything set up like that. You know what I mean? Like we go to here. This is called the screen room. So we go to the screen room and I just throw on whatever. You know what I mean?
Pull that shit up for us. Hell yeah.
Yep. Right now I don't have anything. In particular, let's see if I got anything to show you how it works here. Oh yeah, we got William Knife Man.
Okay.
You ever seen that guy?
So look, pull that back up like that real quick. Can you type in? Can you Google stuff?
No.
Oh, you can't go on YouTube.
No. I would have to start a window capture and then move all through and then do it like
Okay, because I
While
was
we're
just going to
going
tell
live.
you to pull up an auric field so people can see how that look and how it work. Like even a photo of it, you can't even put a photo of it.
On my phone I can. Because if I start typing shit, let's see.
Yeah, do that.
Here.
I think my phone done.
How do you spell it? Auric field?
Yeah.
Auric fields.
Or
I don't think, no, it's showing me baseball fields. Pull it up.
It ain't showing me baseball field. See, it's
see.
synced to what your phone
Right
be
there,
looking
you got
into.
you got a close up right there. See that close up cam? Just put your phone right up on there. It'll see you. Yeah, see, it's showing me baseball fields. It's like that's what
Let
you
me
want to
turn-
see.
let me
You want to see
turn.
oracles?
No, you got an auric. It's AU.
I know I spelled it wrong.
Yeah. I'm just trying to pull up the visual. Okay. This is what an auric field look like.
Oh, wait, here you go. Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep. Damn.
Like as above, so below. That's what the Apple logo is. That's what they be talking about. These people talking over your head, but they using symbols. And if you know the symbols, and you people like that and went down these rabbit holes, or then learned from certain societies that's underground that hide under certain symbols. You know what I'm saying? Then
Bro.
you know what these symbols mean. I ain't gotta say nothing further.
That shit's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm excited for the next run of
We ain't gonna say too much.
Rick and Poe in the wheelhouse.
No, we gonna add other people. I'm gonna bring him back, and then that's why I say, can you do a phone call one? Because if Twink can't make it, we can phone him in.
Yeah, for sure. We'll just do like a messenger. You know what I mean? Facebook Messenger. Put him on the window capture. Throw him up there.
Yeah.
He'll be able, I think, to hear our audio, but I don't think he'll be able to see all of us. We'll only have to use one camera. So we'll be able to see him. He just will only be able to talk to, like, he'll probably be me or something. You know what I mean?
That'd be straight. You know what I'm saying? I hit him up when I get off of here and see. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might be like, hell no,
There it
don't
is.
tell her. You know
There
what I'm
it
saying?
is. Carrie and Mockenridge. Just set off the MG42. Appreciate the follow.
Yeah, well, we about to get up out of here, though. You know what I'm saying? It's been good.
fun.
It's been live. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get on back around where I'm from.
Hit the dusty trail.
Hit the dusty trail, you know what I'm saying? Down to the dirty saloon. You feel me?
If you guys enjoyed this, let us know. Give it a share, give it a like. Subscribe to the YouTube. We're going to be all over Spotify. We're going to upload that here in the next couple days, so you can Google it. Google L Poe on the internet. You'll see a lot of sweet ass music
Follow me
videos,
on
and
Facebook,
this shit will
whatever.
pop up. Yep, follow them on Facebook. I'll throw your links on there too after we do this, so we'll just people make sure they can follow you, see who you are. All right, until next time, folks.
Yeah, I'm out.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the wheelhouse.